Good morning. How are we doing? Hi Kurt. Just rolled out of bed. Alright, so good to see Kurt, Sean, Donald and Kurt again. Hi RGM. Is that it? That's it. So today I thought it would all be about hybrid picking, and the reason I picked hybrid picking is I need to work on my hybrid picking a little bit, I think. Get a little bit more cleaner, more accurate, because I'm not giving it enough sort of attention. So last week we did do a little bit on just picking and legato, which again is great. Mainly because I was watching Richie Kotzen on Rick Beato, and he was doing a lot of that. Although he primarily plays with his fingers, doesn't really use a pick anymore. But so that picking style, it's just another dynamic. So like if I think of my playing in like layers of what my right hand's doing, we've got everything picked. Which gives you the yin-wee thing, doesn't it? Especially like when I'm doing that, that's hybrid picking, so it very much gives you that sound. Not hybrid picking, economy picked. Sorry guys, I'm waking up. Economy picking's the way that I prefer to get around the fretboard, to be fair. It's just a lot easier, you know, just to get across. It makes total sense when you're getting across strings, doesn't it? Just by going in one direction. Especially when you're doing 3 notes per string. 3 notes per string, if you were to alternate pick it, you're having to constantly change angles. I mean, sometimes you have to be able to do that. Like if you're doing 6s, you know, that's alternate picking. However, you're still picking in one direction. So yeah, economy, alternate picking, very good. That's like the top of the aggression. Every note's getting attention off the pick. And then the next layer from that is going to be the hybrid picking. So you can get, although I'm not warmed up yet. So there's a certain level of aggression you can get into that, into your legato. So hybrid picking's great. It's a great way to play arpeggios. I find it's really clean most of the time. So like that ascending's hybrid. And then we have basically left hand only. Oh, sorry, no, we have picked legato. We have picked legato. Then you have hybrid picking. Then you have hammers only. Or at least left hand only. Which is a super smooth sound. So we've got 4 levels of dynamic control. Every note picked. Picked legato. Hybrid picking. And then basically legato, right hand only. Which I've been using quite a bit actually, because I've been wanting to get that Alan Holdsworth sound. So actually I was doing loads of it on the live with Thomas, and I was watching it back and like it does sound really good. Although I do feel like I'm cheating sometimes when I'm doing that. However, I know I'm not. In the real world, because it takes a lot of control to actually do. it's a lot of practice to kind of get that going and get all the notes isolated, and build up the skill, just, you know, so you're not having to use loads of strength and you're relaxed to do that technique. So today is about hybrid picking, mainly because I need to practice it. Now, what we need to do is, what would really help me is, what questions have you got about hybrid picking? Because I highly recommend everybody doing it. Yeah, is economy also as snappy and aggressive sounding as alternate, or more or less? It's as aggressive. It's more aggressive. Actually, to be fair with, you can hear probably this off the camera. That's my picking with alternate. So that's alternate picking. Hybrid, and that's like going for economy picking. And I'll just put the turn the volume off. And I'm really hitting the strings hard there. So to me, it's, you've probably got more dynamic range. So yeah, it's not this thing that sits between alternate picking and say legato. It's like it's basically, it's there for dynamic, for like, it isn't a softer option. I'm not really sure where that came from as well, that kind of assumption. I think it's probably because at the time Frank Gambale, maybe it's because it wasn't explained. The things that aren't explained about economy picking is planting and displacement, because you need those two elements really. And what planting and displacement is just basically, planting's how keeping your pick close to the strings. And displacement is more of a pushing action. So you're pushing the string out rather than kind of this kind of picking. So the pick sits very sort of tightly round the string. That's how I would describe it. So there's the pentatonic thing. Oops. And you see how tight the picking hand's sitting. Okay. So yes, it is as snappy and as aggressive sounding. I also have to hold the pick with my middle finger. How would that change for how to learn hybrid? How would that change? Well, it wouldn't. You would just use this finger. So you would do whatever I'm doing, but you would use, you know, if you were doing that, you do, what's it, P, M, you would use I instead of M. So that one, that's what you would do, Donald. And that's fine. Guitarists do that. That's me using it, but I've got the pick in my regular fingers. So yes, this will be fine for you. You'll be able to get about, because the basically the hybrid picking I'm going to do is just really going to be concerning P, M, your M middle finger. Okay. Yes, we do. So, hybrid picking, what do you want to know? Where to get started? Well, I'll give you something interesting to think about. When you're playing scales and you're doing legato, and you're wanting, this is like just using the middle finger, right? Let's say we're playing a G major scale. So this is like something I got from like Rick Graham. Tom Quayle does it as well. So like if you're ascending up a scale and you want it to sound really, really smooth, it doesn't work really descending. It's a bit more awkward. What I'll do is I'll start with the pick, just one pick on the very first, on the 6th string, and we're just hammering. This is just a G major scale, so for those of you who don't know your G major scale, we've got first, second, and 4th finger. Repeat that on the next string. And then we come in on the 4th fret and we've got basically 1st, 2nd and 4th, and then we come in and we've got 1st, 2nd and 4th, 1st, 2nd and 4th, sorry, 1st, 3rd and 4th, 1st, 3rd and 4th. And then that is, it's actually just getting into position nicely. This way a little bit. I'll tell you what, I'll move we'll do it C major because then that's going to be further up the fretboard, isn't it? Right, we'll do it here, C major. So we've got 8th fret, 1st, 2nd finger, 4th finger, 1st, 2nd, 4th, come in a fret, 1st, 2nd, 4th, 1st, 2nd, 4th, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 3rd, 4th. Okay. So what we're going to do is just pick, and then we're going to do our hybrid. Now for me, you can hear that. This is one of the things I want to work on actually. It's just the tone. And because we're using our finger, what it means is we can blend it into the rest of our legato. So instead of having a pick, attacking the first note of every string, and that note sounding radically more different than all the other notes, we can blend in the sound so it almost sounds as if it's just the left hand only by introducing that finger. So you'll often see me do this just to give some of my legato a little bit more energy if I'm doing long passages. Then I'll start bringing that middle finger in. So that's a good way to get the middle finger kind of going. So another thing I would do is, what we want to do is we need to practice making sure we get the subdivisions correct. So I'm often pulling myself up on this one. When we're moving across the fretboard, we're physically playing 3 notes per string under our fingers, so it's easy just to get caught in a trap of just only being able to play triplets. So if we don't want to do that, then it's a problem, isn't it? Whereas we want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now when I'm counting, notice that the 1 of every group of 4 notes is on a different finger, and this is the thing that's a little bit tricky. Now when we're descending, it's going to be the easiest way to do this when you're going up and down a scale is just to use the pick and try and blend that pick sound in. So I've been working on this a little bit. And the way to minimise that sound is try to use, what I'm finding now is if I have more of a straight pick, if I have more of a straight pick, it limits the kind of pick scrape there is. When you use an angle, you tend to, when you're using slanted picking, you're slipping off the string, which gives you that slight scratchy attack. So just by, it's really like, it's a bit of a skill doing it. Once I warm up, it's okay. It's also really good picking exercise because you're really focusing in on having to relax this hand to get that pick to play lightly. And people always, when they're referring to Alan Holdsworth, saying he's like the lightest picker they've ever heard. You know, so there's a clue on how to do this. See, that's more the tone I want. There, you see. So listening to that pick and kind of limiting its attack was a good thing. Right, any questions so far? Everybody following? Do you know what it means, or the differentiate? Right, I'm not sure what. I'll just catch up on the chat here. Right, Kurt, the one thing is when you're doing alternate picking, you do need to have angles, right? But what I find is sometimes you just use the angle you need to get over the string, okay? For this, I'm not using an angle because I'm going across the string, so it doesn't actually matter. That's the thing. So just be careful with that when you're alternate picking. I'm more likely to use an angle. You can see there the rotation in the hand. You know, it's like being on a motorbike going around the corner. See, going around the corner, around the corner. Right, yeah, so maybe B major, that's a really good question. And actually that's the next one. So crossing lots of strings. Now this is how, like I do it, right? And there's two variations. One of them I've just sort of really introduced. And if we just take, we'll take this E minor 7 arpeggio. E minor 7 arpeggio. So basically the notes for this, I'm on the 7th fret of the 5th string, 1st finger, 4th finger, and then we've got our 3rd finger on the 9th fret, 1st finger is on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then we're hammering on the 9th fret, we've got the 8th fret on the 2nd string, 1st finger on the 7th, 4th finger on the 10th, right? So we've just got that, we haven't done the hybrid picking yet. So there are two things we can get into. So the first thing is this. Now I picked this up off Tom Quayle, right? And it was to answer that very question. How do you get across like lots of strings, okay? And this is how you do it. So what I'm doing here is I'm picking, hammering, and then I'm picking again, and then the hybrid. So I've crossed 3 strings there. Good exercise that. So the goal here is trying to get all the notes sounding even. Okay, and this is the thing I need to work on, because it's not something I've really focused on. And just really trying to get the best tone out of that middle finger. That sounded rude, that, didn't it? Looked rude, I should say. So yeah, we've got down, hammer, down, middle finger. Okay, got that so far? So then we're going to hammer on. And we've got plenty of time, you see, because we've got that hammer on. We're going to bring the pick in. And then we're going to go pick and then hybrid on the first string, hammer. And then to come back down, up, 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 just it's a sweep. Again, you're going to have to listen to that pick. And get it to match. Of course you could do it, you could do the descent left hand only. Sounds good as well, but you need to be able to do all of these so you've got total freedom, because there are going to be times where you need hammers only to play certain lines. So just again, we've got down, hammer, down, hybrid, hammer, down with the pick, hybrid, hammer, pull off, pick comes in on the second string and we're going up, up, pull off, up, up, pull off. And that's the bit you want to be listening to. Just like, you want a nice blunt attack. Down bit, yeah, so that's the bit you got to skip over. I've got another exercise for that. So what you need to do is, like when I'm teaching people, and I do this as well, is you'll practice something and you practice in your right hand and you look at your left hand. I don't know why this is, but you want to be looking at your right hand. Probably because we're just frightened that like our left hand does something wrong. But the advice here is to just go slow and observe the mechanics. This is in a game of music. Like when you're practicing, you want to be observing and you never want to be trying. Okay, it's literally practicing at a slow tempo just to get the mechanics down, then you can start speeding it up. So so what I'm doing is I'm looking at this hand. If that's a struggle, you can put your guitar on this leg and you get a better view into this hand. So I can really see the pick there. You got to get a guitar in your hands, good. Right, option 2 is this one, so you need this one as well. Again, this is more of a Greg Howe thing. Because I've been obsessed with his sort of playing lately. So I wanted to know kind of more about how he gets about the fretboard. So what I noticed there is, and he does actually show you, that the way he does it, it's going to be to pick, hammer, hybrid. So we're not doing 2 picks. And then we're bringing the pick over. So so baby, you're going to find like this is like highlighting the problem area, so this is good. And we've really just got to look at this hand on this one. So you're going to go down, hammer, hybrid, pick. But what it means is when I'm onto this first string, it's a pick, so it's a strong note. If I want it, I can put a nice accent there. So sometimes I quite like doing that. See what I mean? Sometimes that sounds better than kind of that. So again, pick, hammer, hybrid this time, pick, hammer, hybrid, pick. These classes are too advanced, right? I'm gonna, right, so Donald, hang fire, because I'm gonna give you some of these, right? To get you moving. Let's just go with exercise, first exercise. So actually, one thing to bear in mind, and this is for you, Donald, to do hybrid picking, just play things that you regularly played. So the story with me is I actually had all these exercises, and I struggled, like just being consistent with it, and it was really, really hard. And then one day, inspired by a Richie Kotzen story, when basically he didn't have his plectrum and he decided just to go with playing with his fingers at a gig, and he actually quite liked the experience and saw a lot of advantages of doing that. He just kept going and eventually very quickly got kind of used to it. A similar thing with me, what I eventually had to do is I went down the sort of typical learn all the exercises and then trying to apply it to situations, and that wasn't working. And then I just had to say to myself, right, I'm only allowed to do downstrokes with the pick, and all my upstrokes are now replaced with this finger. Then what do I do? Well, just play my regular licks. So all of the kind of licks that you're used to playing with this hand, maybe you're doing the Paul Gilbert thing. Say it's that, you can just replace that upstroke. Do it with legato. So all I'm doing there is pick, hammer, hammer, middle, pick. Any way you want. And it's a really efficient way to cross strings. So the other thing is, if you're noodling on the blues, this is even better because it's more improvisation. Try doing it there with your regular blues licks. So that's a good tip for really everybody, because that's like kind of what got me going, used to it. But then there were a lot of situations where I realised that basically I couldn't just go down and hybrid, there had to be other things, and that's where sort of this Brett Garstedt book came into action, because what it did do is it gave me all of the different kind of picking scenarios one can get into. But actually the first exercise is brilliant. So just do a few because I don't want to give away the whole book. So this is the first one, and all it is we're just playing the fifth. It's just the 8th fret and the 5th fret, and this just gets lots of picking going and hybrid all going at the same time. And what we're going to do is we're going middle on that 8th fret and then a down pick. But what we're going to do is when we get to this first finger on that 5th string on the 3rd fret is we're going to go down, up, down, and then middle. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a great exercise to do, to really get things moving. Any questions from anybody? This is another one I really like. So this one, we're starting, it's that 5th, and we're doing a down, and then a middle, and then on the same string we're going to do a down. So we've got down, middle, down, down, middle, down, and then up. And then it starts again. I'm practicing a solo named All for Nothing by the Novelists. They're really good, aren't they? I love Pierre Daniels is great. Yeah. So anyway, there's 2 exercises. We'll do one more. There's a triplet one, which is good. Yeah, triplets. So we've got, starting with your middle finger, up, down, middle. Now this was a really important exercise for me to do because it solved a lot of problems. Basically what we're doing here is you're doing a hybrid and then you're doing an upstroke. So it's like hybrid, up, down, hybrid. So it's almost counterintuitive because you're working against your thumb muscle. And of course, starting licks with a hybrid is really important as well, because you need to build that confidence of being able to start things, not just with the pick, but also with the hybrid. Because I remember, like, I found it really difficult to start anything with my middle finger. So again, that exercise, because it's an important one. Middle, up, down, middle, up, down, middle, up, down, middle, up, down. Yeah, just like, it sounds really good, doesn't it? Right, so what's harder to master at high speed? Legato, sweep picking, alternate picking. All of them. They're all hard. They're all hard. They all need attention. You need all of them. In fact, we're mixing alternate picking. Let's do one more. Upper triplet. So, alright, what we've got this one. This just goes the other way. So we've got down, middle, up. So we end up with outside picking here. So we've got down, middle, up, down, middle, up. So that's a really good exercise for me because I don't like that pick chirp I'm getting. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna. So up, sorry. Down, middle, up. Alright. Any questions? Anything I need to go back on that you're not sure of? Of course, you've got this video and you can just slow it down, so it's best I give away as much information as I can, and then you can slow it down, can't you? So, Donald, yeah, I know you're keeping. Just one thing I'll say about using hybrid picking. When you come into string skipping, it's going to make your life a lot easier, especially with this third finger. Also, doing just the legato stuff with this finger is going to give you a smoother sound. So all I'm saying is using just this finger instead of the pick. Experiment with that. So it's just a question of building strength up in it, that's all. You know. do a string skipping lick. We'll try maybe this. See if I can do it. Right. Alright, string skipping now. Let's go back to... See, when I'm improvising there, I'm trying to do as much hybrid picking as I can. And really concentrating on the tone. I was watching Brett Gossett play, and it's just a nice way, comfortable way to get about playing melodies in, you know, 8th, 16th notes. You know, and do the odd flurry. Right, so the string skipping, in principle this is very easy. So if we go back to this E minor 7 arpeggio, which is where you were saying things are getting too advanced, we're going to hack loads of that out and just use the important notes, right? So first string, for the string, we'll learn the notes first, it's just going to be first finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string, and then you're going to hammer on to the 10th fret of the 5th string. We're going to skip a string, and all we're going to do here is we're going to go 7 to 9. We're going to skip a string, and we're just going to go 7 to 10. So that's how I play it. Now what I'm doing there is I'm picking again, and then doing a hybrid. And it's down, hammer, hybrid. This is what I call adaptive picking. My younger ego brain wouldn't allow me to do something like that. It would say I have to alternate pick everything. And that's not true. Because we can get a more even starting note without down. So down, hammer, hybrid, down, pull off, down, pull off. I mean, what you can do is when you get up to speed, if you're lazy like me, I'm doing good, Dr. Fred. So, right, what I'm doing there is I'm actually going, so I'm picking, pick, pull off, hammer, pull off, pick, hammer from nowhere. So you can just make patterns up on that, but that's not the pattern we're doing. But for today, we just want to go pick, hammer, hybrid, hammer, slide. So you need to practice that. I need to practice that. That's hammer and sliding with the forefinger. Okay. Then we're going to move into another arpeggio. But what we're going to do here is we're going to do G major 7, but we're going to start from this F sharp. So that's the first thing we're going to play. So we're going to go 9th fret on the 5th string, pick, slide, hammer on 14. And then first finger's going to come here on the 11th fret. We're going to pick, hammer, and then hybrid. And then slide up. So we've got so at the heart of that we have this frame of like that G major 7 arpeggio. Let's just look at that. So we've got first finger on the 10th, hammer 14, first finger on 11 on the 3rd string, hammering 12. First finger hybrid, hammering on 14. Put those other 2 notes in, and we get that. Put the 2 things together. So I'll do that slow now. Pick, hammer, hybrid, hammer, slide. Come to the 9th fret. Pick, slide, hammer, pick, hammer, hybrid, hammer, slide. Are you off then, Enzo? I'm still learning guitar. Can you explain right quick what a hammer is and what it does? It's just, so hammer, legato is hammer-ons and pull-offs, and it's to achieve a smoother sound. Like this, for example. So what I'm doing here, I'll do it on the 1st string, right? 1st string, 5th fret, picking the note, and then I'm hammering with my 4th finger. So there's no pick, it's just the finger that's triggering the note, and then I'm pulling off. And what you can do is you can keep that going. It creates its own energy. It's like a technique I use a lot of. Right, let's try that lick on something. Don't know what this is going to do. We'll try it. It's all fusion today because it's like a slower tempo for me. just meandering on here. Right, it does sound clean, it's good. When I get it going, I am having a bit of a practice here. Right, okay, so I've done a lot of talking there, a lot of teaching. There must be some questions. Do I have any questions? I mean, there's lots of material there. Obviously you can go back, you can slow the video down. I know that I go quite quick, but I'd rather cover all the essential information in one go. Yeah, you always sound good, Tim, but now I realise all the neat technical stuff you're doing. Yeah, I mean, it is a work of love. You know, and I have an idea of usually what I'm trying to achieve, you know, and that's like, I'm just going for this hyper clean sound. I just want to create this hyper reality on guitar. I mean, there's plenty of other guitarists who've achieved that, Alan Holdsworth being one of them, and I'll never be that. But one thing I do feel I can achieve is certainly some of the technical side, and definitely kind of that just getting a bit more control in my picking. See there, that's how I want it to sound. What was I doing? I've been playing a very long time. I started when I was 8 years old, and I started playing classical guitar. A cheat code. Oof, there's no. Do you know what the cheat code? There is a cheat code, and the cheat code is this. The cheat code is to play just the stuff that you're really into, that you want to do, and the things that you're prepared to put the work in to achieve, that you're going to have pleasure doing. I find it very difficult. Like at the minute, right? Sometimes I'm not into chromatic playing, but I've got, you know, Brett Garsted, because I'm a big fan of his stuff. I got his chromatic book, and I find this really inspiring. So I'll take. Actually, here's one thing. Here's a little lick from there. So I'll take one chromatic idea and then try and implement it in my solo. So here's one. So if you think in E minor, we're thinking E minor, right? Yeah, we're thinking E minor here. And all I'm doing is, if you think of the pentatonic scale and the blues note, we're on the 3rd string, and all I'm doing is chromatically playing, and then hybrid on the 2nd string. And we can do the same thing on the 2nd and 1st strings. And it's a nice little drum roll you can get going there. Good for practicing your hammer-ons, this. Yeah, the cheat code is to preserve, enjoy, take your time learning. Don't let the other side. Yeah, I mean, I don't really get all this. I've got to do like an hour of alternate picking. I've got to do an hour of that. Like, honestly, right? I watch Thomas practice, okay, and lots of other like top players will say this. Whenever I see him play, he's always got like a drum loop on, or he's got some sort of music that he's reacting, or he's doing something musical, and all of his practicing seems to be experiential. So it's always based around some sort of a scenario. So just putting any sort of backing track on, and then doing what I'm saying, this. Because at the end of the day, it's like, well, you know, how are you going to use these things musically? We'll probably try it here. Like, how slow can you play it and get away with the chromaticism? Getting a bit out of my depth there. Yeah, even though it's like those exercises, great. Oh, there's a good question. What's your Mount Rushmore of guitar player? I mean, I'm absolutely obsessed with like Alan Halsey at the minute, but I don't think I'm not in the environment to be that. But I keep discovering bits of things that I like that I can use. Play 15 minutes in the morning, play 15 minutes in the evening. More than an hour a day is just a waste of time. Advice from Joe Satriani. Yeah, I mean, what Joe I think is saying there is that you want to be doing shorter sessions. I think that's what he's saying there. Shorter but focused sessions that actually have some sort of aims and objectives with a focused outcome. And he's right, because like endless noodling doesn't really get you anywhere. You have to sit and kind of put in time on actual guitar problem solving. More dynamics pick. Right, that's me done. Today's lessons really helped my hybrid picking, believe it or not. So I've really enjoyed teaching everybody about everything to do with hybrid picking. Now, we've covered a lot of ground. Now, if there's anything in particular you want me to cover, or maybe you're interested, maybe you want a lesson, I've got very limited capacity, you can email me, tim@timhutch.uk. And just any questions about today's stream or anything else, feel free to ask me on the next stream, which should be tomorrow, providing I think it should be fine. Oh. Bit out of tune there. Got to control that right hand. Anyway, I've got a little bit in there. Talk to me. So I'm excited to find out what you guys are going to use today's lesson for. How are you going to put it into your own playing? What have you found useful from today? What insights have you had? Can anybody say anything in the chat? Like and subscribe as well. Yes, they're all amazing. Super chat, thank you, baby. That's very generous. Thank you. Repeating fourths, EA. Right, so fourths. I've been working on fourths. Right, so there are a couple of things you can do, but it's too much to probably put on here. This kind of thing. Or this sort of thing here. We could do with something on that. So next week I'll do something on fourths, like there's a few things that I'll use to get that sound. Fours, not fours. Repeating fourths. Oh god, now I'm confused. Right, what I will say about, for economy and speed, hybrid picking is the cleanest and fastest way to cross a string. That is way quicker. That. And also, you've got no hand movement. Or very little. There's no wrist doing this. So that's why you're going to get the cleanest sound. Alright guys, I Hope that answers the question. But actually, I fancy doing a lesson on fourths now. So that's probably going to be next week. And it's been a pleasure, everybody, because I've got to go and do some more music stuff. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you've had a blast. It's been totally wonderful for me. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Oh, and subscribe.